The sixth unwritten rule of work is learning how to navigate office politics. Who do you think is more common for, women or men, black or white? What can you and leaders do about it? Let's discuss. I'm Dr. Anna Call-Schmidt. I'm an industrial organizational psychologist, and I research the unwritten rules of work for people from low-income backgrounds. We defined this code as people talking about that as they moved up higher in social class and in their work environments, they had to learn the different levels that you're expected to interact with people as dependent on the level in the organization that they are in. And it also included strategizing, like having to determine, should I share this information or not? Like, should I share that this application for promotion is open, or am I better off if I keep that to myself? And this wasn't natural to them. And I think that goes back to unwritten rule number one being the value of independent values, and that's a clash with the working class culture value of community. You can check out my playlist of unwritten rules for that video. This code was the smallest among white men. That being said, it was still 65% of them that brought it up. It was most common among black women, white women, and black men, where it was nearly all of them. It was like 80% plus talking about having to learn how to navigate hierarchy. And we weren't sure why that was. And like I've said in other videos, when you don't know why there's group difference, you have to draw on other literature to hypothesize what it could be. And this is what your future research avenues or other people can look into in their studies. And for us, something we considered was that there's a lot of research showing that women and people who are racially underrepresented do not get mentorship opportunities as much as white men do. And so maybe white men had more mentors who were explicit with them about how to navigate the hierarchy because they had someone higher up in it to mentor them through it. That's just a hypothesis. We aren't sure. Tips for leaders with clarifying this rule. I've mentioned before, it's very important for leaders to clarify what respectful communication looks like for them to their teams and learn what it looks like for their teams. This is really important, and including in the discussion, what does that look like across levels in the organization? Write down any processes that are political and hierarchical. For example, I remember being at a job and my cubicle was right outside the director's office. And when I was supposed to schedule a meeting with her, I saw her every day. She waved to me every morning. I just sent her an email and asked for if I could put something on her calendar. And my assistant director was horrified. She was like, "You can't do that. You have to ask her assistant to do it. You don't ask her to schedule her calendar." And I was like, I didn't know that. I see her every day. So if there's something like that, it would have been helpful to have it written down that this is the process for booking people higher in the chain. And make sure you're mentoring people that are different from each other and different from you. We all have an affinity bias. We're all biased to mentor people who remind us of ourselves. My tip for people who are first generation professionals or working class backgrounds is go ahead and find the admins. One, you're probably going to get along with them better. You probably have similar class backgrounds, but two, they are the keys to knowing a lot of this stuff. They have to interact with people way up above them in the chain of command, and be really nice to them because a lot of people treat them like shit. You can learn so much from them.